I've been living in LA for a few years now. My name is Steve, and I work for a tech company. To be honest, I don't really have a lot of friends. Not many people know me here, even though I've been living here for so many years now. It's probably due to the fact that I don't talk much. People tend to get bored and sometimes even offended when I don't respond to them, and chit-chat like the usual person does. It's not that I don't want to talk to other people and get out there, I just don't know how to do it. Like that young man that works with me at the office. His name is Jasper Kenneth. He's the kind of man that attracted a crowd. He was tall and broad. He had a head full of dark brown hair brushed back, and his eyes were so green they looked like shining emeralds. It wasn't just that the women were crazy about him, but it was everyone. He had a way of mixing with people that made everyone bedazzled by his charm. Everyone thought very highly of Jasper. Jasper was one of a kind. He knew how to talk and walk, and he always dressed himself well for whatever occasion it was. It wasn't only the natural looks, but the clothes that he wore that had everyone hooked onto him. Everyone at the office envied the great fashion sense he had. Shirts, sweaters, jackets, pants, ties, belts, shoes and sneakers, you name it. If it was in Jasper's closet, you better be sure it bore the label of a famous designer. Now you're probably thinking, this guy has so many positive sides. He's bound to have some flaw that was so embarrassing it would balance out on his coolness. Well, you're wrong. Jasper did have a flaw, but it didn't reduce his status among people. It only took him higher. Jasper was a bit shallow and picky. He had received numerous compliments about himself and the things he did, and it made him confident and maybe even a little arrogant. I didn't have a problem with it. I wish I was like Jasper. I wish I could go out there and give a speech and have everyone clapping and cheering me on. I wish I could walk down the hall and have all the girls in the office on their heels ready to talk to me. I thought I would be able to learn a few tricks from him if I got to know him. Like I said, not many people know me, even at my office. I guess they all know that there is someone working behind that desk, but they don't know me by my name. None of them ever walk to say hello, and my conversations usually don't go past, "Hello, how are you? I'm fine." During lunch break, I would try to laugh on with the co-workers around the table, although I felt like the third wheel there. I said, Jasper, nice watch you're wearing." Everyone had turned and stared at me, as if I just popped into existence out of nowhere. Jasper was taken aback at first, but he laughed and said, "Yeah, it was nearly $500 for this simple piece." They all started talking amongst each other again, and I didn't know what to say anymore. Every now and then, I tried to talk to Jasper. "Hello, Jasper. How is everything going?" "Good, good. Sorry, I forgot your name. Robert?" "No, it's Steve." "Got you, Steve. See you around, buddy." This conversation went on for about 3 weeks. Every time I asked him how he was, I ended up having to remind him who I was. Finally, he started to grasp my name, and we started talking more often. I realized he didn't really want to talk to me, but he couldn't just not respond to me when I was standing right there. He did dodge awkward moments and try to escape the conversations. But over the days that I spent hanging out around Jasper, I picked up on how he dealt with people. I noted down every outfit he used to wear. I memorized every line he used on girls. I even checked what he brought in for lunch and how he organized his bag. I started mimicking his behavior. I saved up a lot of money and bought the same outfits as him. I followed him around even when he was out of work, and I noted down everything he did. I went to the same gym as him. I ate at the same restaurant as him. I even ordered the same meal in the same way as he did. Every morning, he would be up early to jog around the park. I had to wake up an hour earlier than him to follow him across the entire park. What I planned had started to work. His dialogues became second nature to me, and I started to use them as I spoke. I imitated the same confident vibe he gave off. Soon, people started speaking to me. I had large crowds around me at the workplace and even outside, but I noticed that Jasper didn't enjoy all the attention I got. He started being rude with me, and it came to the point where he was publicly unfriendly to me. "What is wrong with you, you freak? Why don't you get your own life? Stop following me around and stop copying me in what I do." I knew the only reason Jasper was getting annoyed was because all the attention was on me. I was still far from being like him. It had only been a few days that people started to notice me. I didn't let his words get to me, and I continued to do what I was doing. One of these days, I noticed Jasper was following me back to my house. I could sense him creeping behind me. I wasn't sure whether to let him know that I knew he was there. After I covered some distance on the way to my house, I couldn't spot him anymore. I was kind of relieved. I knew that he didn't really like me, and I didn't want to create a scene out on the street. I went to bed that night. I followed the same routine that Jasper would. I had thrown away all my old furniture and redecorated my whole house as the exact same replica as Jasper's house. It was easy now to follow his night routine. I ate the same dinner he would have on Monday nights, on the same plate, on the same table. I took a shower and wore the same pajamas he wore to sleep. I then sat down to watch the daily TV series he binge-watched and finally got into bed. In the middle of the night, I woke up to some noise in the kitchen. I went to check if everything was fine, and I found the kitchen window open. I quickly locked it secure and checked the rest of my house. It was empty. I finally got back inside my bedroom and was about to close the door shut when I heard a voice. "What are you trying to do, steal my life?" I turned around and saw Jasper there. I realized he had followed me all the way home and somehow snuck in without me noticing. No, it's not that. I just, You think I haven't noticed you following me around? Wearing what I wear, eating what I eat, watching what I watch, and saying exactly what I say? I just looked at him and listened. He said, "Is something wrong with you? Are you crazy? You think you can replace me?" Jasper put his hand behind his back and grabbed something and walked towards me. I'm not going to let this happen. Before I could do anything, Jasper came to me. I was shocked to my core, but I put up my best. I reached out for whatever was within my reach and slammed it onto his head. Jasper still didn't let me go, and I think I went unconscious. I don't remember what happened after that. After a long time, Jasper had finally gotten what he wanted. He took off his dirty clothes and threw them into the garbage. He took a shower and he went to bed. He felt better thinking without me in the picture anymore, life would be better. He wouldn't have to stress about someone following him and mimicking his every move. He wouldn't have to worry about someone taking his spotlight. Jasper woke up the next morning. He wore his designer clothing, slipped on his branded shoes, and put on his expensive jacket and headed out for work. Everyone greeted him as usual, but Jasper was awfully quiet. When he sat behind his desk, within minutes, one of his female co-workers peered over and said, "Hey Jasper, do you have any plans after work?" Jasper nervously scratched his head and said, I don't know, I have to see." Pearls of sweat were dropping down Jasper's forehead. His co-worker looked at him strange. "Are you okay?" No, it's fine. I'm alright." Jasper tried to focus on his work, but he realized every now and then there would be someone there to peer over his shoulder, or a message he would receive on his phone. It was difficult for him at first, but soon he realized, isn't this what he wanted all along? He wanted to be like this. Before, no one gave him a second look. He used to watch the crowds from behind his desk and wished that he were like Jasper. Now he was Jasper. Steve was long gone. People didn't even remember him. But now that he was in Jasper's body, people couldn't resist but give all their attention to him. I saw him pull me to the backyard that night. He thought he got rid of me, but he didn't realize I was there all along, watching him. How did he think he could live his life after doing what he did to me? Now Jasper isn't Jasper anymore. I'm not boring old Steve anymore. I am Jasper. Everyone loves me. Everyone is eager to talk to me. Everyone wants to be with me, and I don't even have to try. Steve finally got what he wanted. Steve finally became Jasper. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.